Hi Cancer, welcome to your week ahead taroscope with me, Raphael from Radiant Reality. Your key to the week this week is the Wheel of Fortune. So after what was a pretty intense week, right? You are my lunar brothers and sisters. So whenever I'm reading for Cancer, this is my moon sign. So I really felt for you guys last week because I was like, oh man. And there was a lot of intensity floating around last week. Remember the full moon as well, which was conjunct Mars. Full moons are a big deal for you. Any kind of lunar transit, whether it's an eclipse, whether it's a full moon or a new moon, it's always a big deal for you because you are ruled by the moon. So you are very changeable, you're tapped into its cycles, and when the cycles are hard, you guys tend to feel it. But the Wheel of Fortune says there is a change, or the winds of change are blowing wild and free, baby. So this is going to be a much easier, much lighter, brighter week, and you're going to start to see things moving forward, things starting to progress. So this is you tapping. I mean, the sun is absolutely blaring this morning. Look at that. Right, we'll take it. We'll take it. The sun is shining. I love it. All right, so things are easier. They're lighter and brighter this week. And I will say, this week, when you find yourself being divinely detoured, so your sat nav, your lifescape sat nav being rerouted, go with it. Just let whatever comes up be there, right? Before we start, as always, I would like to bless my deck of cards with all forms of love, light, peace, prosperity, and abundance. And I pray that the messages that come through are ultimately clear and concise. They help you on your path to your highest vibrational good. So for your actions and options this week, you have the Seven of Pentacles. So this is really nice. Look, this week it does suggest that whatever something that you've invested in this week is going to start to pay out. I think this is where you start to really see the value in something that you've already put your hard-earned time, energy, cash, resources, attention into. Because you've got this with the Wheel of Fortune, it does suggest as well that you're getting to see in advance what something is going to do for you or how it shows up for you. So I'm actually really here for this. The other thing that I'll say to you, there's something about this combination that is saying to me, I keep hearing the word accountability. So if you don't have an accountability buddy, maybe this is a week to get one. If you have seen so-so results from something and you kind of in the back of your mind are going, yeah, this is because I haven't really put into it as much as I know I could have. This week, you're really being asked to kind of step up to the plate. The other thing that I'll say to you as well, your actions and options, what is available to you is a renewed sense of patience this week. All right, so you're going to find, and your Cancer is a very patient sign anyway, but I think that there is going to be a renewed sense of patience this week because you can see the value of whatever it is that you're doing at this moment in time. For your communications and conversations, you've got the King of Cups. Okay, so a water sign male may very well feature for you this week, Pisces, Cancer, or Scorpio. In terms of your communications, there are going to be some deep conversations. There's potentially going to be some really powerful, emotionally charged or emotionally freeing conversations that you have this week. There's a sense that you're really getting into the depths of how you feel about something, and it really provides you with intelligent feedback. All right, so I actually really like this. And whoever this King of Cups is, this is going to be somebody that's instrumental in making or helping things improve for you moving forward. So the King of Cups is usually a therapist, a counselor, can be a psychic or a seer or a mystic. They can be anybody that's in the creative fields as well, very often, or the healing fields as well. So before we move on, if you haven't got your winter solstice seat, why not? On the 21st of December, we are going to be going live at 7 p.m. UK time. Myself and my wonderful guest, Denise Matthew, will be there. We're going to be talking about astrology, numerology. We're going to be talking human design. I will be leading you in a future life progression meditation so that you can have a look at what 2023 has in store for you personally. I've been doing this solstice event now this will be the 5th year that I'm putting it on. It gets better every year, even if I say so myself. I had planned to have 2 guests, but as predicted in one of my own videos, one of the guests has pulled out. So unfortunately, they won't be joining us, but we will still be there giving you all of that and more. And the tickets are £33.33. I like to make sure that they are accessible for everybody. And you will also get lifetime access to the replay. You can get yours on the link in the description box below. It would be lovely to have you there. So for those of you that are studying or in some form of academia, that's a benefactor. That's someone that comes in and says, you know what, I want to mentor you. I want to show you the ropes. I want to help develop you into the best you that you can be. This is a great week to open yourself up to learning. Okay, maybe you can't commit to anything massive at the moment because we're just on the precipice of the holiday season, but that doesn't mean you can't build or allow the connection to be forged this week. For those of you that are employed by somebody else, I wouldn't be surprised if your boss comes to you and maybe gives you a little word in the ear and says, look, you know what, you're a lot more appreciated than maybe we show you. Maybe there's a little bonus in there for you. Whatever it is, the words at least are going to really lift your spirits. And this with the 7 of Pentacles does suggest that there is a potential for you to make long money. So this could be about a future investment that shows up for you that could be good. For those of you that are business owners, entrepreneurs, solopreneurs, people that work for themselves, give yourself a break, and furthermore allow yourself to build connections that feel harmonious to you on that emotional and energetic level. The thing is, as Cancers, Sun, Moon or Ascendant, what's really important is that you feel good. Feel being the operative word there, with the connections that you forge, right? If the feel isn't there, if it doesn't feel right, if the energy doesn't flow like water, if it doesn't ebb and flow like the moon, if it doesn't feel good because you are emotional, you are a deeply emotional being, then it's not right for you. So this is a week really to invest in not emotionally charged, but emotionally emotionally healthy connections. All right, and this is really important for Cancerian people, whether you're a Sun, Moon or Ascendant. You have to be able to feel good in this person's presence. Okay, for those of you that are retired and no longer working, that's an investment in your own internal workings. It is also potentially, for some of you, conversations around investments for the future with people that you meet. And you will know straight away whether this is right or not because you'll feel it, all right? For your love and relations, you have the Queen of Swords. So we've got 2 court cards here. What that tells me is that the interpersonal stuff this week is going to be just as important as the stuff that you're doing for yourself or by yourself. For those of you that are partnered, married or in long-term commitments, remember, the Queen of Swords is about what we fight for, or potentially can represent what we go to war for. You've got this here with the King of Cups. And because you've got the 7 of Pentacles as the actions, it's almost like this week, you're kind of saying, this is what I need from the relationship, and this is what I will not allow to encroach on it. So you could be very, Cancers are very, lots of people say defensive, but I actually see Cancer as a very protective sign as well. Not just protective, it is very defensive as well, especially emotionally, especially when we're like invested in something emotionally as well, right? But this week, I kind of feel like you're playing that protective role and you're kind of saying, no, this is how things are going to go. And if it isn't going this way, then we're going to eliminate whatever we need to, right? If you've ever seen a crab fight, those things are vicious, like damn. For those of you that are single and looking, the Queen of Swords and the King of Cups suggests that somebody this week could try to tell you the type of relationship you should have. Well, you should be with this kind of person, or your relationship should be like that. And you're like, okay, from the fact that you're trying to tell me what kind of relationship I should have, you already don't know. And trust me, honey, you're not it. Okay, let's start there. And so like this week, I kind of feel like, yeah, it's almost like someone's going to try to tell you what you should or shouldn't be doing when it comes to your relationships or your dating life. And you're like, first of all, right? No. For your money and materials, you have the 5 of Swords. So for those of you that are partnered, there could potentially be a challenging conversation around money this week. Doesn't have to be, you know, awful. It doesn't have to be a fallout. It could be a heart to heart that maybe gets a little bit heated. And this is the thing as well, like when you say heart to heart, everyone just kind of figures that it's going to be like all sunshine and roses and soft focus. To have a heart to heart with someone, sometimes you really have to get into the heart space, and that's about talking about what hurts, what's painful, what's challenging, as well as what's good. That's how the true healing happens, right? You have to lance the boils, squeeze the stuff out before you can smooth it all over and then make it good again, right? So this week could be one of those weeks. Now, in terms of finances, this is a good week for you to haggle your butt off, all right? Like the Five of Swords is actually in that regard, and you've got the Queen of Swords here. So haggle, negotiate. Do not take the first answer. Do not take the first offer, whatever that means to you. For your physical health and vitality, the Five of Swords is your systems. And it's interesting, right? Because in this deck, the Seven of Pentacles, I'm going to show you. In the Seven of Pentacles has got the pentacles over the 7 chakras of the body. And so you've got this with the Five of Swords, which is a card of your nervous system. So this week you really do want to be paying attention to your emotional health, but also your energetic health as well. Really, really important. And I'm going to be talking a lot more about this stuff as we go into the new year, so stay tuned. For your home and environment, the Five of Swords with the King of Cups, look. Around the holiday season, when, you know, we have to see family, we have to connect with people that for some reason just absolutely push our buttons more than anybody else ever could. Maybe it's because they know you. Maybe it's because some of the stuff that they say you know is kind of true. Whatever it might be, there is a potential for things to get a little bit heated this week. But if you stay in that emotional intelligence, that EQ, not the IQ, but the EQ, this week, the winds of change could blow and you could really see the opposite side of it, and you could actually come out of this week feeling a lot better than you went in. All right, so be prepared to have the hard convos. With that said, I wish you an abundance of all of that good stuff. Have a fantastic week. Let me know in the comments how it shapes up. It would be lovely to see you at the winter solstice. Get yours in the link in the description box below. Take care.